What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Raw recap. We started off tonight with a memorial for Bruno Sammartino. After a short video package, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out. After Paul Heyman fellatiates Brock Lesnar on the microphone, he cuts a promo about their match at the Greatest Royal Rumble. After a very lengthy promo, I'm actually happy to hear Roman Reigns come out and interrupt him. He gets into the ring and tells Brock Lesnar that he will be leaving Saudi Arabia as the Universal Champion. So we go from one waste of time to another. Elias is in the ring. Thankfully, he's immediately interrupted by Bobby Roode, which is our next match. This was actually a pretty good match, though. There was a lot of back and forth between Elias and Bobby Roode, and it was cool because they let this match run for quite a while. Elias pulled Bobby Roode into the ropes and then rolled him up for a pin. Like I said, it was a good match, something we haven't seen in a while. So I'm guessing that these two are going to have a storyline going on to at least Backlash, I'm going to guess. We then have a backstage segment with Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Once again, nothing but laughing coming from these two. What brings us to our next match, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy versus The Ascension. Bray Wyatt finally took the apron off that he's been wearing for a couple of weeks, because every time he turned upside down, it'd flip up and cover his face. This was kind of a decent match. It was generally just a squash match. Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt won with the twist of fate. I think everyone knows by now it's going to be a given at the Greatest Royal Rumble that they're going to be winning the SmackDown tag titles, being that the number one contenders for them, The Bar, are now on SmackDown. So being that The Miz is now on SmackDown, we had to find another waste of time. We now have the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens show. They cut a promo about the Greatest Royal Rumble and how they're going to be in it. They introduced Kurt Angle. I'll cut to the chase and make a long story short. Kurt Angle makes a match tonight with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. We then go backstage with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel sucking up to Seth Rollins to get on his team. He tells him no. And we go to our next match, Titus Worldwide versus Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. They're finally starting to use Apollo Crews' last name again. This is generally another squash match. McIntyre and Ziggler won this one. After a backstage segment with Kurt Angle, Chad Gable, and Jinder Mahal, we have our next match, Jinder Mahal versus Chad Gable. Before the match starts, Sunil Singh distracts Chad Gable, and Jinder Mahal attacks from behind. Once the match started, it actually became a pretty decent match. There was a lot of action going on. Jinder Mahal went for the Colossus, but Chad Gable was able to reverse it, bounce off the top rope, and pin Jinder Mahal. Like I said, it was actually pretty decent. We then go to another backstage segment where Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are sucking up to Finn Balor, trying to join the Balor Club. Finn Balor shuts that one down, which brings on a tag match later on tonight of Finn Balor and Seth Rollins versus The Miztourage. We'll get to that later. We had an iPhone promo from Samoa Joe. He runs down Roman Reigns and talks about their match at Backlash. The only good thing I can see coming from this one is that there were no words on the screen. Thank God. We then have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. Bobby Lashley starts off, and he has his rounds with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. There was a lot of back and forth between these three of them. They're beating down Bobby Lashley. Then Braun Strowman finally tags in, and he lays waste to everybody. Sami Zayn tries to run away, but Bobby Lashley catches him up and throws him back into the ring. Strowman tags Lashley back in. Lashley gives Sami Zayn a hanging suplex, tags Braun Strowman in, who gives him the running power slam for the pin. This was actually a pretty good match. I liked it. Something tells me we're going to still have the same Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus an authority figure storyline, which kind of sucks because that kind of drew out way too long. Hopefully we'll find an end to all of this, though I fear it's probably not going to be soon enough. We then have No Way Jose versus Baron Corbin. As Corbin's starting to be announced, he has a microphone and says because the conga line is out there, he thinks that they're going to try to jump him, and if they're going to be out there, he's not going to fight No Way Jose, and he leaves the ring. No Way Jose then leads the conga line back up the ramp. Once they leave the stage, Baron Corbin runs up behind No Way Jose and beats him down. This basically was just a waste of time. I really wasn't crazy about this. And the squash matches continue as we have Finn Balor and Seth Rollins versus The Miztourage. I still don't understand why they're calling themselves The Miztourage, being the fact that The Miz is now on SmackDown. There really wasn't much towards this match. Finn Balor won with the coup de grace. And then Finn Balor and Seth Rollins will be facing each other in a ladder match with Samoa Joe and The Miz at the Greatest Royal Rumble. We then come to our main event, the 10-woman tag team match, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, Natalya, Sasha Banks, and Bayley versus the Riot Squad, Alexa Bliss, and Mickie James. Just like the men's tag team match last week, we're just throwing people together. I really wasn't too crazy about this match. This was a horrible main event. Natalya ended up getting injured, which brought out Ronda Rousey to come to her aid. Then Mickie James drop kicks Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey gets into the ring, gives Mickie James an armbar, disqualifying the face team. So Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and the Riot Squad won this one. Once again, I really wasn't crazy about this match, especially being a main event. But with this, we end tonight's Raw. This is a very, very tag team heavy show. The Elias and Bobby Roode match, the Chad Gable Jinder Mahal match, those were pretty good. The No Way Jose Baron Corbin match was kind of a waste because it never really happened. But everything else was pretty much tag teams. This is an alright Raw. It had its moments, both up and down, but I would go on to say it was pretty decent. It was good. But I'll do it for tonight's Raw recap. I'll be back tomorrow for the SmackDown review. Leave a comment down below of what you thought of tonight's Raw, what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.